it's Wednesday, and I'm taking my ATV in for service. It needs that regular 6-month service, you know, they change the oil and check the brakes and stuff like that. Also, there's a couple of things that it's doing. It's still popping out of gear when I'm going downhill. I can't use the engine brakes. It just... it's actually dangerous. So I've been using the brakes a lot more than I normally would. That was supposed to be fixed last time, and it didn't get fixed. So I'm going to find out why that happened. And the other thing is, when I'm turning, there's this clacking noise from the front end, like gears popping or out of pop. Gears popping out of... I don't describe car noises very well, or engine noises. My car is doing this bloop, bloop thing. Can you come out and listen? But that's what it's going to be. When I got to do this new thing now where I got to grab somebody. When I get there, I got to grab somebody, bring them out and say, okay, here's what it's doing. You listen, you watch, you know. And then after when I go to pick it up, right, I'm going to test it to make sure that these things aren't still happening. This is what I got to do. I didn't do it last time, and that's, you know, I ended up with 6 months of popping out of gear when I'm going down hills. Anyway, I'm not complaining. Just I want things to work right, that's all. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go.
Fiddle tunes and homemade booze, but it always goes too far. Shooting pool, crack a jack, take off now and don't look back. But hey, don't you wanna play? Hold on, sugar, why you look so sad? Come on now, mama, ain't nothing here so bad. We got fast cars, movie stars, party on down the street. With Mary Jane, good cocaine, lay it down there to me. Double down, throw some dice, take off now, don't think twice. But hey, don't you want to? Baby, come on. Tell me where you wanna go. But baby, I don't work down there anymore. shooting pool, crack a jack, take off now, don't look back, but hey, don't you wanna play? Hold on, sugar, why you look so sad?
From the shower.
Come on now, mama, ain't nothing here so bad. Got fast cars, movie stars, party on down the street. With Mary Jane,
And we're back.
good cocaine, lay it down there. Double down, throw some
I
dice.
really liked the
Take
Broncos
off
when I first saw them, but now I'm starting to see them everywhere.
Don't you want to
All that out of love. Kind of reminds me a little of my FJ.
baby, come on. Tell me where you want to go. But baby, I don't work down there anymore. No, I don't.
I wouldn't want to be doing that job. He had to come all the way from the road doing that. I think he's done it before.
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear that.
Now, just come down the hill, okay?
Yeah.
You know what that is?
It could be an axle. It could be a couple things. Yeah.
It was supposed to be fixed last time and somehow it didn't get fixed.
Yeah.
I think
I'll look at it.
the guy at the counter, I haven't dealt with him before. I've seen him before. I don't remember his name. He said it's a good time to come because we haven't got the rush of boats that are for winterization. Which is what I figured. I got caught up in that once. Remember that last place I used to go to? My bike got pushed back a month because of last minute winterization. Yeah, there's a reason why I'm looking at these. These have got to be really expensive, right? What I'm thinking is something more comfortable for City Girl to ride in. These are kind of cool, right? This comes down and then I think you can dump the whole thing here. So the whole thing goes whoop, and you can dump whatever's in out. I like the clearance. The only thing is it's wider than my ATV. So with the trail, oh, look at the tires on this. This is nice. Of course, and then of course I'd have to completely enclose the cab here. My GoPro just turned off. Something I said stopped the recording. Sorry, it didn't turn off, it stopped. Anyway, I'd have to enclose the cab here because it's obviously got heat somewhere there. I can't tell if there's AC there. Yeah, but this has got to be more comfortable for City Girl, right? Love those tires. Okay, here we go. Yeah! Look at this. Oh, you can see my reflection. And then, how does this open? Oh, snazzy. Oh, it's hot. Does it have AC? I don't see AC here. Man. But this, I mean, this is too much, right? Too much. Look at the wheels and the clearance on some of these. Good grief. A little bit sportier, a little bit sportier. This might be better for the trail. Like these look like, well, that looks like golf course cart, right? Whereas, you know, some of these down here, they're more for, they seem to me to be more for like homesteading, like just kind of driving around on your property and, you know, putting around your property and doing stuff. They don't seem like appropriate for my kind of trail, whereas some of these sportier ones do. Commander XT. That might even be skinnier too. I wonder what the price tag is on this. Comes with spider webs. Yeah, this has got to be more comfortable. Come on. Okay. Let me cup holders down at the floor. Weird. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, the seatbelt thing sticks way up, so you don't have to like go hunting for it. I'm just riding a little high. Okay. There you go, though. I just hold on to here. I'm looking for one more. I can fit in here nicely, actually. This is, man, I really want to try one of these. Can I just try it? I'll look on their website and see what the price of this is. Yeah. Cool. Jesus. Turbo. Right? Bing! There's the turbo. Right? Dual turbo. What? Totally impractical. I mean, this. There's the door open. The doors don't open. Just to jump over. Weird. Okay, anyway. seats look really comfortable. There's speakers in the ceiling. Yeah, completely impractical. I mean, I don't need these, and there's no trunk. Where's your trunk? You just got some space. Anyway. This one, I like this one. Commander XT. 1000R. It's way better than like 900R or 500R. I don't even know what the R stands for, but I know 1000 is better. Why don't I have a boat? Short garden update. Well, everything's going really well. I just gave them a little bit of, let's see, what is this? Pro Mix. It's got a picture of a tomato on it, so that's got to be good for tomatoes. Yeah, I can't read that because I don't have my reading glasses on. Maybe you can read it. Pause the video if you want to see. Anyway, surprisingly little. It's like 1 capful in 5 liters of water. And I lost my thing. And 1 capful in 5 liters of water, and then you just kind of, I forget, I just splashed it on most of these. I did all of these pots I just did with that jug, so that's how much I spread it out. And now I'm watering. Anyway, cucumbers are doing well. I picked one a couple of days ago. These two, that guy's ready actually. So is this guy. Very tasty still. Look at this. Blackberries are like, what about us? Yeah, what about you? Look at this. I don't know if you can see it. This hose is just popping holes everywhere and just spraying it like crazy. I did pick a carrot to see how they were doing. Probably a little early. But, I mean, I'll take that in and have it with, a salad or something. Some pots get way more water than others, just because of the way the hose has sprung its leaks. But they should be, like all of these pots have holes in the bottom, so the water should drain. I took one out just to look at it. So the potatoes are, they've got this leaf thing going on, which I believe is some kind of infection. And I'm not doing anything about it at this point. Another pot of carrots that I planted really, really late in the season, so they got a long way to go. This guy, which I believe is our big pumpkin, coming out of over here. Actually, it's a small pumpkin, but I think it's big pumpkin. It was our only holdout, and I did see some little balls growing here and there, but none of them made it. Until this guy right here. Can you see that guy right here? It looks like it's gonna win, right? It looks like finally I got one that's gonna go somewhere. And that's fine. If this is the big pumpkin, which is what I think it is, then we really don't need any more than one. Because, I mean, what are we going to do with them? I mean, the city is going to be making jack-o'-lanterns, putting them around everywhere. We got some things happening here. That's starting to look like a small pumpkin or a squash. I don't believe the labels anymore. Let's see. This plant is that a weed? There's a weed growing in that one. Anyway, this was not a serious attempt at anything in this pot. City Girl said there were more green beans coming in. Oh, I do see a couple there. I see one there. Yeah, 2 there. I'll have to keep an eye on that one. I don't see them very well. My eyesight. There's another one. There's another one. They seem really small and unexciting. Oh well. Our sunflowers look like they're just starting to flower. I've seen other people's sunflowers now that have great big yellow flowers on them. I'm not sure if that's the right terminology. Are they flowers? Look at the leek on this guy. So what I do when I see something like that, I mean, this plant is getting, this pot is getting enough water, but typically I put a rock on it, like that, just to keep the water in the pot, but it doesn't need it, right? It's already got tons. Yeah, so tomatoes are ripening faster than I can use them, and I haven't seen any more blossom rot either, which is great. The last few tomatoes I picked were just fine. So that big shot of lime calcium that I gave them seems to have done its job. Yeah, that's a good looking tomato. Early girl. I see others ripening constantly in here, and I'm like, City Girl says, don't worry, we'll use them. We'll use them. We'll do something with them. We'll make stuff with them. Pasta sauce, or we'll do stuff. Well, as it turns out, she's going away for a week. She's not going to be here this weekend. She's not going to be here the weekend after that, or the weekend after that, or the weekend after that. It's just me here. What am I going to do with all these tomatoes? I'm not going to make all those things. I'm not going to be canning. That's not my thing. What am I going to do? I got to turn into a tomato because I'm going to be eating so much. Since we're here, check out this corn. There's a good boy. Let's see, there's others growing around here. There's a good boy. Al tells me we should only get like 2 cobs per stalk. There's another one. And usually only one of them will be good. So far I'm only seeing 1 per stalk. But, you know, it's still early, maybe, sort of. I'm just looking for others that are growing here. Oh, here's a weird thing. And look how tall these are too, right? I can reach 8 feet. I'm about the same level as the corn now. 9 feet tall. Pretty cool. See what happened here. See those corn stalks? I came out here one day and like 4 of them are just leaning over the tomatoes. There's no reason for that. Like it wasn't like really windy or anything. It's like something came along and pushed them over. I have no idea how that happened. Hey, well, get out of there. Let's see if I can make the leap in here without dying. Yep. Here's another thing. And there's the last one right there. Still really green. Look at the water just going everywhere here. Spraying everywhere. So we got some sitting on the ground. I know they're not supposed to sit on the ground, but I've got so many going. This is actually the tomato plant that was half broken when I bought it. And yeah, it's just on the ground now. Okay. And I see others. I picked one that was yellowing like this, and I cut into it, and it was fine. So there's another red one down there. Yeah. So all in all, pretty successful. Time will tell, of course. We've only really tried the tomatoes and the cucumbers, so you know, time will tell on all the rest of it. The potatoes look like they're just, I mean, besides the fact that the leaves are all, you know, dying, they look like they're supposed to look, right? They lie down at some point. I haven't picked any potatoes because I don't actually know when to pick them. Yeah. Okay, that's it. I haven't seen any intruders come along and try and eat anything. I do keep the shotgun motion detector thing running. Turn it off when I'm here, of course. And that's going to be a garden update. And I'll figure out a way to use this for my dinner. In my dinner. I don't even know what I'm going to have for dinner. Yeah, I'm going to go turn off the water. I think they're done. So, I'm walking to the cabin. It's been a week since I took the ATV, and one of the guys called me yesterday and said, good news! And I thought, whew, He said, we don't have to replace your transmission. I said, okay. The part where the ATV comes out of gear when it's going downhill, they thought it was the transmission at first, but apparently that's not it. So I guess that's good news. But the belt does need to be replaced, and I forgot what he said, what it actually was. And yeah, so after he told me the good news, he just kind of spilled off a whole bunch of things that need to be done, parts that need to be replaced. And just like usual, I can't tell you what they were now, because everything that I've ever heard about vehicles goes into a part of my brain where stuff doesn't come out. He said something about a sway bar and that it was broken, that I don't need it. And a lot of people take them off in the front end anyway. That's the only thing I remember. Otherwise, 1,800 bucks. Parts, he said mostly labor. They felt sorry for me. They discounted most of the parts for me. I'm not sure how much. Yeah, and he said they're hoping to get the parts in this week. Anyway, I dropped the dogs off with Robin at the Hullaby homestead. Then I went grocery shopping, which, you know, which is what I'm carrying in. It's like 50 pounds here, you know, 50 pounds of groceries and a big bottle of scotch. So just the essentials. Sorry, my camera cut out there. Every now and then it gets a voice activated command. I don't know what it was this time. It just says, oh, you said to stop filming. Anyway, it's been raining for like 5 days. Not very heavy rain, pretty light rain, and it's off and on, but pretty steady too. Like, I haven't done anything outside in 5 days, because every time I think about it, like, I look out and it's raining. But a light rain, like even today, like when we left the cabin, it was raining lightly and then it stopped. But you would think that after 5 days, that, you know, even of light rain, that this place would be like flooded, right? But even holes like this one, which are almost always full of water, there's no water here. I can even walk. Yeah, we did have a bit of a dry spell, but that's weird, right? I'm gonna walk around this spot, or maybe not. Jesus. Okay. So weird. I gotta stay in the middle. Oh, this is 50 pounds of backpack. Why did I buy so much stuff? I mean, you can understand the scotch, right? But I bought like 2 packages of chicken. A dozen eggs, although I really don't need eggs. I just didn't want to run out. Look at this. This is like insane. I'm not complaining. Definitely not complaining. But, like, you know, in a perfect world, it would rain twice a week, overnight. Right? And we'd always have a low of 10 Celsius during night and 15 Celsius during the day. There's my perfect world. I'm not sure what it is right now. It's 18 Celsius maybe. Let me feel the air. Yeah, about 18, I think. Still getting hot and sweaty because I'm carrying 50 fucking pounds of essential groceries. All right, I'm gonna put the camera down. Oh, yeah. So I stopped by the garden on the way. I hadn't been to the garden in a few days. 2 of the tomato plants had fallen over. The sunflower pot had fallen over, which it has before, because during 2 of those days, why is there water here? Anyway, during 2 of those days, it was actually quite windy. And I guess that's what happened. I can't say for certain. If something walked by the plants, like I've got them tied down to rocks now to stop that. But if something walked through there, you know, and hit the strings, it could absolutely pull the plants down. But anymore, there's often more than one in an area. One will take off and one will just keep strutting around. I think I had one deer fly buzz me so far. Not for very long. And now I'm just getting the odd mosquito, which is interesting. Bug season over? A little bit early? I'll take that to the bank and deposit it in a tax-free savings account. Make regular donations to it. Oh, how did I get there? Oh God, this 50 pounds is killing me. Take me to the lions already. I think we all have that thing, you know, where we're just no good at something. We just, like, you have the same thing that I do. Something goes into your brain and it just doesn't come out, right? Like, for all the people who said, you know, moments ago, come on, Russell, mechanical things aren't that hard, just watch some YouTube videos. You're thinking that, right, you guys? You'll get it. And yeah, I did learn to change my drive belt doing that, and I remember how to do it, sure. But this stuff does not come naturally to me. And I forget so much of what I've learned over the years. But let me tell you this, though. Are you any good at computers? It seems to me you're either really good at vehicles and mechanical things, or you're good at computers. I've met many people who are good at both. Well, Ray. But when it comes to computers, man, I remember everything. You tell me something, I'll remember it. Put a computer in front of me and I'll figure out how to use it. Something's wrong with your computer? Well, so much has changed. But I have ideas on how to fix them. But the cars? Nope. Anyway, I think everybody has that thing. It might be cooking, or it might be, I don't know, whatever. Math. Oh, are you any good at math? I'm pretty good at math. At least I was. I do really well on IQ tests, which means I'm smart, but I have a terrible memory. So put a puzzle in front of me, I'll figure it out. But, you know, every year when it comes time to do my taxes, I forget everything. I don't know what to do. I literally forget everything. No, and some people just sit down and do it, and they remember what they did last year. And these numbers go here, and me, nope. No, I mean, I actually have an accountant. I have to have an accountant because I've got a couple of businesses, and they're kind of, well, I don't want to get into it, but I have to have an accountant. So, but I mean, he'll write me an email saying, hey, you know, what are we doing here with this thing? I'm like, I don't know. You figure it out. Anyway, almost halfway there. The bottle of scotch is like digging into my lower back. I might have to pull it out and get rid of some of it somehow. No, I would never actually do that because I'd never make it in. Maybe lying down and taking a nap out here, which I could actually do it. It's actually really nice nap weather. The beavers have taken advantage of the rain, and they built up those dams again. I swear I'm gonna get one of those motion sensors. Try it out. Yeah, and this is the first sign. I came out here expecting like rushing water, like a waterfall here because of all the rain. A trickle. What up? A trickle. Hey, riddle me this. So if you're experiencing like a lot of rain from, you know, the remnants of a hurricane, or maybe you're experiencing a hurricane or a tropical storm, I mean, that's water from the ocean, right? So, you know, that water's coming down. That's the same water that fish swam in, right? Like whales and sharks and octopuses, all those fish. So that water is the same water those fish were swimming in. Isn't that cool? Right? I think that's cool. Like, stick out your hand and go, oh, this water touched a whale. That's a big fish. Seals, that's another fish. Okay, this is... Okay, I gotta put the camera down. I don't want to get wet. So I just did my world famous barbecue chicken thighs, bone in, skin on, and they look delicious. I'm going to put a video link. I actually did this whole process in a video, how I do my barbecue chicken thighs, and everybody who's tried it says they love it. At least tens of people. So I'll put a link to that video down below. I'm just going to show you, like, I kind of cut the video short a little bit, where I talk about at the end what I do with my chicken. Like, obviously I'm not having all this chicken today. In fact, I will take out one piece and put it here somewhere on a plate, probably. This looks like a plate. The rest I'm going to put in the freezer, and I just want to talk briefly about doing that, because I kind of cut it short in the other video. I'm going to let it sit on this plate. Like, I just brought it in. I'm going to let it sit on this plate. I put 5 minutes on the timer. And at that point, I'm going to put it in the Ziploc bag. So let me come on back in about 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Yeah, so, I mean, I think this is a good idea. Like, if you're going to barbecue something, and you know, it's a charcoal barbecue. Barbecue as much as you can, right? Because it can be a pain, right? To run the charcoal barbecue, and then freeze it, and it's almost as good. Like, after you freeze it and you take it out and you thaw a piece, it's almost as good as like right now. So I say, you know, wait about 5 minutes for it to cool down just slightly. You don't want to go much longer than that, because you're going to lose the moisture from the chicken, right? And you don't want to do it right away, because it's hot. And you don't want it melting the bag at all. So, 5 minutes and then in the bag. And you don't have to put it in the freezer right away. You can just keep letting it cool down here on the countertop until it's not as hot. And then put it in the freezer. But as long as it's in the bag, so you're not losing the moisture, then that's the way to go, in my opinion. Okay. I'm going to put these. Okay, and important, all these juices that are left on the plate, actually that's surprisingly little juice. Usually it's a lot more than that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you have a Brady Crocker rubber spatula, right? This thing lives on my countertop because I use it so often. Anyway, you're going to take the rest of this. If the GoPro can see this. Can the GoPro see this? Sort of. Anyway, you can see it there. You're just going to put that right in the bag. Just dribble that right in there. Like so. Get all the juices in there. I mean, chicken juice. And, you know, my marinade. And I put Sweet Baby Ray's on there. I'm totally not going to lick that in as soon as I turn the camera off. Okay, now what you do, we're still working here, huh? You know I live like a bachelor a lot, right? Why are you licking the plates? Why are you licking that? Why are you licking the countertop? Because I'm Russell. Okay, now what you're gonna do? Just spread the pieces out a little bit in your bag, like so. A couple of reasons for doing this. One is when you put this in the freezer, right? It's gonna freeze in whatever way you put it in there. And it's just going to be easier to get out like 1 or 2 pieces if you've separated like that. Like I'm going to take it just like this and I'll put it right in the freezer and I'm going to lay it flat. Just like this. Right? And it's just easier to take out a piece or two. If they're all in one big chunk and you're sitting there trying to pull 2 frozen pieces apart, this will save you a lot of grief. And the other thing this does is all that juice that I poured in there, excuse me, all that juice that I poured in there is going to kind of spread it out and get it on the various chicken parts. You can even give it a flip to see that happens. Otherwise, like, you might end up, like, it's going to solidify. All those juices are going to solidify, right? Turn into a solid. And if you just hang on to the bag like this, all those juices are going to solidify down in the bottom corner. And you'll have a little pocket of it. Better to spread it out because you want that stuff on your chicken, right? Anyway, I'm going to let this sit for a little while, I don't know, 15-20 minutes until it feels much cooler to the touch. And then straight in the fridge, in the freezer, just like this. I'm going to try and find a spot in here that I can lay it flat. And that's it. And that's going to bring us to the end of this video. City Girl wasn't here last weekend. She's not here this upcoming weekend. I don't think she's up here the weekend after that. She's just busy. I miss her. But I'll see you soon. Anyway, yep. That's it. And every day I've been bringing in a tomato for my lunch. It's been glorious. Wonderful. And brought in a big cucumber today as well. Just fabulous stuff. Okay, I'm out. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, have a beer or something. Pea soup!